So what I
Mm-hmm.
encourage people to do is, for you, for instance, you have your left hand with the Motus hand around it. That's helping you move up. But I also want
Mm-hmm.
you to use your right hand to try to mirror that and go up with it as well. Right. And the
Okay.
reason being is that's going to help get more activation of our cortex.
Okay, I'm with you. And I started about, I think, maybe 2 weeks ago or 10 days ago. I'm not really sure. I had a bad week one week. And I can move my hand down, but I can't really move it up yet. But I see progress in my fingers getting more relaxed on my left hand, but I still can't move my fingers up, but I can move them down.
Okay.
So I had a question with the Motus Nova. Sometimes it gives you pressure when you're trying to, when you resistance when you're trying to, when I'm trying to move it down, and then I wear myself out trying to move it anyway, and then I end up trying to help with my other hand, but am I supposed to just relax and let it go?
It's a good question, Aretha. I think it really depends on the actual activity that you're working on. And if we're really trying to focus on extending up into extension, moving up into extension rather, then
Mm-hmm.
we can often, as you say, get tired, and that's okay too. But what we want to do is on the games, when we do have to go down, if the assistance is too high and the pressure is too high for you to go down, um,
Mm-hmm.
that's okay. It will detect that. Just try your best to move down. But you don't have to go like full body flex, try to move down. Just try your best to
Oh,
move down, and it will detect that, and it will start to provide some assistance to help you move it out into flexion. So I would
okay.
encourage you to kind of use it that way. Focus more on the extension, let the assistants help you to move up, and then allow that help to kind of move you down as well. It's almost like this, right? If
Okay.
my hands were there trying to help move your arm up, my
Uh-huh.
hands could resist you going down into flexion. But similarly, I could actually lower your hands down into flexion.
Mm-hmm.
Just imagine the Motus hand doing that, where you're trying to sort of get the help and kind of get sort of lowered down into flexion. That would be kind of the image I would give you in your head about what we're trying to do there.
Okay. Because I've been assisting, because I was like, either way, it should probably help with because I'm still extending and, the hand up and down. And then when it says, I guess I was reading into it too much. It said push hand down. I actually took my other hand, was pushing it down. Push, push hand down. So I'll be taking my other hand to push it down if I can't get it to go by myself. So I was just wondering, I physically supposed to be pushing it or just letting it, or just trying to pull it down,
Sure.
moving it
Yeah, sure. So, Retha, I'm glad you asked that. We do not. So, by the way, which hand are you using the Motus hand with?
down. Left.
The left hand. So we
Yeah.
don't want to have your right hand come in and move for you. That's not what the intent is.
Okay.
So it should all be done with your left hand. Now, I will often help people kind of get engaged by using their right hand. But what I mean by this is I want you to kind of mirror. Okay. So for instance,
Yeah.
if you're playing, what's your favorite exercise, by the way?
Uh, I just like the strong man up because I can't move up, and I figured that it'll help me if I keep
Good.
doing it.
Yeah, good. So on that strongman up on the left-hand side of the screen, there are a couple of arrows that are kind of guiding you which way you should go, right? Up or down. So what I
Mm-hmm.
encourage people to do is, for you, for instance, you have your left hand with the Motus hand around it. That's helping you move up. But I also want
Mm-hmm.
you to use your right hand to try to mirror that and go up with it as well. Right. And the
Okay.
reason being is that's going to help get more activation of our cortex. So much of what we do, just you or I, just generally speaking, what's called bimanual. We use both of our hands. And so
Right.
if I can kind of get you to use your right hand to kind of mirror it, that will stand a better chance of getting better activation and keeping you engaged in the exercises, which is really
Okay.
critical for the long-term progress.
Okay.